sound like it's going to be cars. And in particular, based on what we saw, last week with the trip, it's chips and it's other things. But there are some that fear that President Trump could lift the ban that includes a 100% tariff on Chinese cars, which includes EVs. Essentially, the tariff makes it impossible for manufacturers to import and resell them here. But many of those fears come from the Democrat side, though there is a new bipartisan bill that's been introduced aimed at expanding restrictions on Chinese cars in the U.S. We saw trade representatives who were with the president in China recently saying that there are no plans to amend the Connect Car rule that restricts the importation and sale of vehicle connectivity systems and automated driving systems, essentially linked to foreign adversaries like China and Russia. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick also ruled out Chinese investments in the U.S. auto sector, suggesting the president would not allow it. So for now, you'd have to take Trump administration officials for their word. The pros of these vehicles, it's the price. They start around $10,000, and they're pretty high quality vehicles.
Okay.
And when you've got your average car here in the U.S. that costs about $50,000 new, or used $25,000, you see these things for $10,000. You're like, okay, I might want to give that thing a try, despite the fact that there are cameras or maybe listening devices, whatever, national security concerns, all of those concerns, all of that technology. Hate to break it to you, but that's all in the cars we make here as well.
Yes, sir. All right, pal. Thank you for the report. That's Jeff Manasso for Fox News up in Chicago. There we go. Time is 9:56. The Sergio Show on News Talk 710 KURV. And we're broadcasting, as we do from time to time on Monday, from Jay Gonzalez, Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you, HQ. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. And I wanted to ask you about something that someone told me that you had a chance to, you had a run-in, not a run-in, or you got a chance to meet Julio Cesar Chavez. And I'm wondering...
The boxer.
See, a boxer, yeah. Which I'm wondering, because of all the hubbub and the complaints about, Cesar Chavez, I'm wondering maybe, did you ask him if he's going to change his name? So, Jesse's a good name. Like Jesse Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, but we're confusing the Cesar Chavez, the activist from the 60s and 70s, with the boxer.
Yeah.
And the two...
They are. The problem is, his name is Julio Cesar Chavez. So are you going to stick with a Cesar Chavez, or maybe change your name to Jesse Cesar Chavez, or change it up a little bit? Did that come up when you had a chance to meet him? No?
Serge, the only thing I can tell you is that he asked me for a selfie. And then when he sat next to me in the plane, he goes, "What? I know that you're a rock star, music star. What's your name? Because I know you're a star." And I go, "No, I'm not a star."
He said that to you?
Yeah, he was sitting next to me.
Okay.
I go, "No, I'm not." I go, "I'm just a lawyer." He goes, "Oh, that's how I know you." So he was there to see his son fight, and his son won.
Where? Where was he? Where?
Reynosa.
In Reynosa.
We're in Aeromexico going to Mexico City. Yeah. And our 1 hour flight turned into a 5 hour flight. We circled Mexico City, couldn't land because they have more traffic than they should. They always overbooking.com. Yeah. And then we had to land in a different airport, refueled because they ran out of fuel up in the air. Then we finally got back to where we needed to be, finally landed, but there were no gates available. So we were basically in the plane for an hour and a half waiting to deplane. And Julio wasn't having it. And whenever the captain would make an announcement, he would say, cuando termine de hablar, todos digan, chinga tu madre.
Oh.
So the entire plane, Serge, you're not going to say no to Julio.
Yeah.
The entire plane, every time the captain would say, es que no podemos bajarnos todavía porque estamos esperando. Lo siento mucho. And then everybody.
Well, they say shingles.
Shingles to madre.
Like roof.
Shingles to madre.
Roof
the
shingles.
The entire plane.
Yes. I don't know why that's an insult, but shingles, your madre. Shingles, your mother's.
So
may your mother get shingles.
I have to confess and I have to admit I took part in that exercise because he was next to me and I didn't want to get punched.
Oh no.
And then it didn't end there.
Yeah.
We finally deplane. I get off and there's a representative outside directing traffic. Like, are you connecting? Are you going somewhere? What's going on? And I walk up to the guy and I said, what happened? What was the delay? Why couldn't you have a gate available for us? And Julio was right behind me.
Yeah.
And he heard what I was asking. And then Julio's like, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah.
No, campeón, es que no, te voy a agarrar chingazos.
And then
he started laughing, and then he hugged the guy, and the guy's like, no, por favor.
Was that the new airport in Mexico City?
No.
That was the older airport.
Mexico City. So I had a good time with Julio.
Anything else you talked about that's interesting with Julio Cesar Chavez?
No, I took a selfie with him. Thumbs up. My wrists were bigger than his. I'm a bigger dude than he is.
Yeah, well, he's a tiny guy.
He'll still kick my butt, but I'm just making that point.
Yeah.
That I'm just a bigger dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in his weight class. I'd probably be like heavyweight.
And
he would still be.
See, you're tall, a lot taller.
Be clear on that.
Yeah, he's a little dude. So what I'm counting on, like a bigger dude, I'm shorter than you, but I'm wider, a lot wider.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping to get in a situation where I can throw my entire weight and just collapse on something like that.
Serge, you can do whatever you want, Serge.
Let's see what else you got here. I don't know. A ver. T-minus 4 minutes, Freddie. T-minus 4 minutes. We'll take the Fox News segment up to 05. We'll take it.
So, Serge.
I need to ask you real quick before I forget.
Ask me.
Legacy of Learning. Legacy of Learning. Great program supporting education last year. Before you know it, Blink and I, in the new year, will be here. We're ending another academic year. We're like 2 weeks away from graduation for high schools.
It's coming up.
Here we go. What are the plans? What are you thinking about Legacy of Learning?
Serge, I have found that the best way that you can learn is when you're out there actually seeing and exploring for real. Forget the books, forget the movies, forget the lectures. Go out there and soak in new cultures, new people, new places. And every summer I get my kids for 30 days and we go explore the world. And I'm looking forward to doing that in June with them, like I always have.
Have you thought about where to go? Where you want to go?
I think I'm going to go to France, Serge.
Go to France.
I'm going to go pick on the French.
Where in France?
I'm going to hit Normandy, Bordeaux, Monte Carlo.
Attaboy.
I'm going to hit
Joaquin might understand
Champagne.
that.
No, he will.
The baby, she's too small to understand.
I'm going to let them watch the first 15 minutes of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
or Saving Ryan's Privates, whatever you want to, however you want to say it.
She's too small for that. She won't understand. It'll probably scare her.
Those are probably the most intense 15 minutes of any movie that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Asking, Daddy, where are we at
limbs falling.
Cemetery. Yeah, it's awful.
It's such a
necessary. I think all generations should watch it. How old is Joaquin now? He's 11, 12?
11.
11.
Yeah.
He's getting to that age. Yeah. Okay, so you're set on France, maybe.
It's the front runner. And if I don't do that, I might just island hop in the Caribbean.
You ever been to Japan?
Yes. Don't go in the summer.
Why?
It's too hot. It's hotter in the valley.
I see.
Hotter in the valley.
And then it has volcanoes too, so it's even hotter than that.
If you go to the volcano, it's not going to be hot because you're going to be up there where it's nice and cool. But looking at it from Tokyo, it's going to be hot.
I ask you because I know they got like a Disneyland in Japan, right? Tokyo, or am I confusing it with something?
France.
Like in China. They have one in France too? Are you going to go to the Disney
I hope
property
not. I hope not.
In France?
Okay,
so T-minus about 90 seconds. Let's get to Barretry. Talk to me. Barretry.
It's an ongoing problem. I mean, people get called all the time by these scumbags. That's really what they are, criminals. And you know, they charge people under the table all these hidden fees, and they can't get business the regular way. Why? Because they don't have enough of a reputation for people who want to call on them because they haven't helped enough people or done good things. And they don't want to spend money on advertising because that's very risky. It may work, it may not work. So what do? They break the law. They hire people to go get police reports. They cut site deals with 911 responders, you know, police, tow truck companies, administrators at hospitals, anybody that has access to information, you know, EMS, ambulance, you know, technicians, drivers, anybody that has access to information from these accident victims, they sell that to these people. These people then call them, show up at hospitals, funeral homes, and they offer them legal and medical services. Then they pass on that cost to the victim because they don't want to have to pay this. They pay the criminal up front. They pay for the access to these victims up front, but then they get it back on the back end from the actual victim that hired them, and they do it by inflating medical bills. They do it by inventing very creatively legal costs, office expenses, and you don't need to do that. Just cut out the middle guy. Don't give them your business. And then these people, they can get arrested, and then you can sue them for $50,000 minimum, every single one that calls you. It's not just one person, every single one that approaches you. So at the end of the day, I have found that the cases violating this barratry law are worth more money than the actual accident case, because that's $50,000 free and clear, plus attorney fees.
Something to remember, God forbid you get in an accident, but when those individuals, or I think Jesse called them scumbags.
That's what they are.
Or shingles of scumbags. When they start calling you, keep a record, keep the phone numbers, keep the messages, license plate numbers, get all that information and turn it over to whom?
To me. Call me.
I see.
You can call me personally. I'll give you my cell number, 956-960-5725. Use WhatsApp, because you'll text me right off the bat. You'll get an automatic message, and I'll know who you are, and then we can touch base, either myself immediately or I'll get one of my team members.
Interesting way to go after ambulance chasers. All right.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
You could sue each one at $50,000.
Minimum.
All right.
Minimum.
Good to see you again. Be safe out there if you're traveling again next week. That's Jesse Gonzalez, Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys. Call 1-800-PARK-CRASH. This is the Sergio Show. Installing 710 KURV. This is KURV Edinburgh, Executive Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing for the first hour of the program.
History's unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.